Yeah.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah. Time to start this. Ow.
It's raining. Um, all right. Testing, 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 testing. All right. Testing. All right. I sound pretty good. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? On this Monday evening, not morning.
Hello.
Good. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yes, welcome Monday to another evening, not morning. Minecraft Power Hour. With me is TacoYaki. I'm currently working on a mountain, and to make things more interesting as well. So, yeah. But yeah, let's get started, shall we?
Alright. Welcome to Minecraft Power Hour 2018. This is day 19, and we are steadily making our way to Iceland. Hello. Den Mavity. I don't know how to say the name. How are you doing this evening? Den Mavity. Den Mavity.
That makes sense.
Let's see.
All right.
I think last time you were here, we were in the mountains. And now we are in the desert. But so yeah, I just got an email. I already knew it was gonna happen, but Den, okay. Sup, Den? How are you doing tonight? I got an email from Nintendo Creators Program,
Okay.
and they're like, "You've been fired."
Oh no.
Well, because of the whole the requirements that they added for YouTube channels now to get monetization. You have to have the 4,000 hours and the 1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And we have like 15. So, whenever that whole thing kicks in, the TacoYaki Tendo will be gone. Now, my question is, are they gonna like, if I put another Nintendo video on that channel, are they gonna strike it? Because they're like, no, you're not part of the program. Ah!
Oh, that's a good question.
Because that's gonna suck. Like, well, I created it for that purpose, so I don't have to worry about Nintendo copyright strikes. And now you're like kicking me out of the program. So I'm like, how do I even? Your stream reminds me of Minecraft in the morning.
My stream? What?
Yes.
Oh, what I'm doing?
Yes.
Oh. It's the only way. It's the only way I know how. At least I'm using shovels this time.
But yeah, that's not cool. So I'm like, I created it for that sole purpose, so I don't have to worry about Nintendo copyright strikes because they are aggressive.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Very aggressive.
I've read some stories.
I accidentally uploaded a video to the wrong channel because they're both managed on the same email, and immediately it's like content match. I'm like, whoa! I was like, what happened? I'm like, oh, wrong channel. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, they're very strict about that.
Good God. So now I'm like, what's gonna happen to my channel that I created purposely through your program? Is that gonna are y'all gonna start striking those videos? Like, it's out of the program and you just start striking it? I'm like, it used to be in your program. I'm worried about the channel now. And then we had plans. We had so many plans to play so many Mario games. I'm like, do I have to give up on that now and be like a lot of people, and they're like, screw you, Nintendo, as far as YouTube stuff?
I mean, I feel like waiting it out is always good too.
Yeah.
Because enough people will complain and be like, hey, there needs to be a fix on this, and then eventually it'll get fixed, kind of.
Or they could be like, well, this is our stuff. We do what we want.
That's true too. Yeah,
That's
they
basically
can
what
just be
they've been
like,
doing up
yeah,
to this point.
we don't really care.
Yeah. So
We're Nintendo and we can do pretty much whatever we want.
yeah. So we have an entire series of Mario 3, like just ready for me to edit, and I've been excited waiting to make these videos, and now it looks like, I don't know. Hopefully, because the videos aren't monetized, they don't like go after them.
You shouldn't have a problem with that, but you never know.
Cause that was really suck. But other than that, things are going pretty well. Just another day, another dollar.
Nice. Yeah, there were day camps today, so it was 9 to 5, so that was pretty fun. Tomorrow we're doing or my work is doing like a big unveiling kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They redid the logo and everyone's like invited kind of thing, so that's gonna be interesting. When two of the kids that were at the camps, I knew them. They were my not I guess supervisors, like school supervisors, kids, and like he was like my advisor, I guess. And he was the one picking them up, and it was like, oh hey Juan, how you doing? Because I hadn't seen him since I graduated, and I was like, I'm doing okay, just doing the whole job search thing kind of thing. So it was like, and he was like, oh, have you tried like looking around? I was like, yeah, either everyone says I'm either overqualified or underqualified. And he's like, well, I'll pull some strings and see what happens, stuff like that. And I was like, thank you, but so we'll see how that works out. But so yeah,
got that networking.
So hopefully something will happen. But I'm kind of optimistic. So we'll see.
Okay.
Because my sublease ends like in May, but I'm thinking of staying until at least June. So if I do decide to move out, my mom and sister finished school around May and June, so I wouldn't be like I need help just to move back, I guess. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll see. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he was gonna show up too, because I was gonna ask him a question, just be like, "Hey, do you know of anybody that's kind of hiring in our field, kind of thing?" And it's like, so it was good that he was just like, "Hey, like, oh hey Juan, how are you?" So I was just like, "Oh great, awesome." So we'll see. He was always like super helpful, I guess, but we'll see. There's only so much he can do.
Yeah.
And I need to like up my game, and I've been working with like Unity and stuff like that again. So, and I want to stream like working on like tutorials and stuff like that, like tutorials as I'm building something. So that I think that'd be pretty cool. Like watching a tutorial and then going and like streaming that. That'd be kind of cool, I think.
Okay.
We're working with like After Effects kind of thing.
Yeah, I was debating if I was gonna edit the Mario stuff on YouTube and on Twitch, but I haven't. My schedule hasn't opened up for me to be able to do creative streams yet, so.
Yeah, because that's why I want another monitor, just to be like I can actually like listen to the tutorial and on one screen and have OBS up on that screen, and then just have Unity full screen on that and just look at chat and stuff like that. So I don't know. I have all these ideas, stuff like that. It's just raring to go. I don't know. We'll see.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, I know. I
am a hypocrite, so.
Oh, I'm a huge hypocrite. I am a huge hypocrite.
But yeah. So let's see. We have more of that done, and then is this just a big? Did I do this part? I don't remember. I think so, because I was putting the roof in, and there's some stairs. Oh, okay, I remember these stairs. Yeah. Okay. I think I went up here so I could actually put these two sides down. Oh man, it's been like 4 days. Alright, let's start laying. I got torches all the way up, so it shouldn't get too dark, so no creepers will pop up out of nowhere. Ah, this reminds me. We were talking about giant mobs.
Oh yeah, giant mobs. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to find out if that was actually a weird mod,
Oh.
or somebody just made something up. But yeah, that would be really funny.
We'd have to be like a lot more observant.
Yeah, because I don't think like the ground would shake or anything whenever they come by. Maybe there may be a sound, because current mobs make a sounds. I hate the sounds that the four-legged mobs make whenever they're trying to go up a hill. Because it's like and I'm like, quit stomping, Jesus. I don't even know where to like. Cause I just got the email, so people who are knowledgeable on the subject about the Nintendo YouTube stuff, they probably haven't made a video yet.
Yeah, it might be worth asking like out on Twitter, or just like messaging people that are like know more about it than I guess you do. I guess.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
That way,
if I'm gonna wait a couple days and then
yeah. That's what I usually do. Just wait a couple days and then just people smarter than I will have a better answer, and then I'll be able to like follow their lead, so to speak.
It's always weird being like that at that in between thing, where it's like I find out stuff as soon as it happens, but I'm not like an expert on it, so I don't have. I have a question, and like the experts are like they're crafting their question right now, so I'm like, can somebody answer this? There we go. Now I need to go back and shave some of this down. And then we shall find out. Let's see. Oh, weird question was asked to me at work. Basically the project that I'm working on, I'm using a remote connection. Like they have a Wi-Fi hotspot kind of thing. And the job is located in Michigan. They said that they're gonna get rid of the remote access point because the client doesn't want it.
Okay.
Because it's a data center. My boss is like, "What do you think about going to Michigan?" I'm like, no.
Where in Michigan?
I have no idea. All I know is that I'm not an expert on what I'm doing. And if I go there, everybody there is an expert. I'm a designer. I have a 3D animation degree. I am not an HVAC technician guy. So I'm gonna get there, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, so what about this and the distributor flavor dingy?" And I'm like, "Could you show me a drawing of it? I don't know what you're talking about." And that's gonna make us look bad. So hopefully, when they change things around, we can still access it remotely. I don't think they're gonna force me to move, like to go there for probably 6 weeks to 2 months.
That's it. That'd be like
to finish up the project.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, other than the fun stuff I'm trying to do right now, like there's like real life stuff that I have to be here for. I can't just up and leave for like 6 weeks at a time.
Right. Yeah.
other coworker, he doesn't have responsibilities like I do. So if he had the same skill set that I have, then yeah, you could be like, oh yeah, I'll go over there for however long and get it done. So what might end up happening is my boss might end up having to go, and I'm like, it's
that's always kind of annoying. Just like, oh yeah, you just live out there for a couple months and then come back. Just like that's kind of difficult.
And like in that industry, I'm pretty sure that's how it's run.
That's true.
It's just our company has tools to where we don't have to actually be there, and this project's kind of a big project, so whenever certain things need to be done, they need to get it done. That's why last week I kept missing streams. It was driving me nuts. But yeah. So I don't know. Things might get weird.
Okay.
Again. But if not, I'll be here. We will continue.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. These next couple months are gonna be very interesting.
I started watching stuff since I was free.
There you go.
I got sleepy though, so I only watched like 2 or 3 episodes. I got sleepy.
Oh! I thought it was like there was a show called Sleepyville. I was like, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of. You know how when you're excited that you can finally do something and then you fall asleep before you can do it.
No, that doesn't happen to me. I don't think that happens to me.
It sucks. just to let you know. But yeah, basically my schedule freed up, so I'm like, awesome, I can do this now. And then I try to start it, and I fall asleep. Oh, this is the end of the tunnel. Nice. Put this block of sand over here, so I can pick up all these torches before they disappear. Disapper.
So you finally saw Black Panther?
Oh yes, yes, it was very good.
I'm trying not to watch it online. I want to go and watch it in the theater, but we'll see. But that's where sometimes I watch my movies. Sometimes just watch it online and just go from there. But I think this is like I need to watch this in the theater.
What was it? I don't know. It's like with that kind of stuff, I'd say back in the day, like in college and slightly post college, I would do that. But nowadays, I don't. It's like 1, I have the funds, and then 2, I'm creating content of my own, and I'd rather people.
No, I totally agree with you. Totally 100% agree with you.
But
it was just like
But it's one of the things where it's like I can say that now because I have the funds.
Right.
And I have 2 incomes now, so I can do that. But before, I'm like, and there's also like there's Redbox, but which is convenient, but it's like time wise, it's like you gotta wait like 3 months. And you gotta avoid spoilers and stuff for 3 months, and then you can finally watch it legitly without having spoilers and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. I totally get it. I've been there. I could easily go back. But while I'm here, I'm like,
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Like I definitely a lot of my friends are artists, and I definitely would love to support them, but it was just sometimes just this is the easier way is sometimes not the right way, I guess, sometimes.
Mm.
But just like after a while, I was like, this is easy. I don't have a ride to the theater or wherever, and I'm just gonna do this. I know I'm hurting. I am definitely gonna buy it later on in the future, but at the moment, just like uh, I'll just do this for convenience sake, for me at least.
Mm.
I know it's kind of wrong, but at the same time, just like I just want to do it now.
Yeah. I oh, cobble. Yep, got plenty of cobble. Cool. Yeah, I know. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk bad about people. um, one thing also is with some of those things, you end up having like back in the day, back when I used to get stuff. I constantly ran into like virus issues.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I try to be careful with that.
Trojans and all that kind of stuff, and it was a headache. I lost my entire music collection once. Um, some of it was legit CDs that I had, but the majority of it wasn't. And because there was no there wasn't like a and also back in the day, iTunes did not
really exist.
well, iTunes was existed, but it did the type of music that I listened to, Japanese and Korean music, was not available in the U.S. store. I'm not even sure if they even had like the international region stores. They probably did, and it probably isn't like how it is now. But for the longest time, like there was no way for me to get the music that I actually love and listen to without just finding it and getting it, because there was this one website that I go to from time to time called Yes Asia, and I used to get a bunch of Korean music because the Korean albums were like $8.99, $11.99, and I'm like, I could actually kind of afford these. And then I go to the Japanese music and it's like $32.99, and I'm like, oh, I can't afford those. Like there was one artist where I was like, man, I worked a bunch of overtime, so I'm gonna just splurge. I'm gonna get 4 CDs, and that cost me $150.
Ouch.
And I was like,
That one hurt a little bit.
yeah. Nowadays, the way iTunes is, how they kind of unregion locked some of the music, that $150 can get me 100 songs.
Oh wow.
So that's one thing that I really like. The next time I work a bunch of overtime, I'm gonna get me a bunch of music. I splurged a little bit this weekend. I got me a bunch of songs, but I think I'm gonna go through and just get cause what was it? Back in the day, my 5-star rated favorite songs, my list was like 1,000. Because there's so much music out there, and like I just loved so much of it. Yeah, it used to be like 1,000, and then now I think it was for the last like 6 months or so. The few songs, the disc that I already own that I ripped and put on in my phone, and then the ones that I got, like the few that I got from iTunes, like every now and then I'll get like a $20 card, and I'm like, I'm gonna get 10 songs. Hey, okay, computer's freaking out, it's kicking me to the menu. Yeah, I think I had maybe 200 songs on my list, or maybe 300, and now I got like 80. 80 more this
It's not too bad.
this weekend. So I'm like, okay, I could do that. I've been working overtime for like 8 months. I could do that. So, what I want to do is I want to get my collection back. I want to get back up to like 600-700.
That's a lot of music.
I spent 10 years listening to all that stuff for free. So I kind of want to go back and be like, y'all got me through college and all of that afterwards. So I'm not going to get it all right away. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got my tax return. I'm going to drop $1,000 on freaking iTunes. No, thank you. I'll do like maybe 100 here, and then like 6 months down the line, another 100. But that's if I keep working overtime. If not, it'd be like 25. But yeah, I wanna get back up to that, and then if anything happens to it, then I can just be like, okay, iTunes, download them again.
That's true.
Cause it hurts. It hurts so bad. Cause I went from like a random, like putting everything on shuffle, like 1,000 songs on shuffle, all the way down to like 100 songs on shuffle.
Ouch.
So before I wouldn't hear the same song. I wouldn't hear the same song twice in a week, and now I hear like every other day. I hear the same song. I'm like, I don't like this.
Back my variety. Variety back.
So, yeah. So I'm slowly getting there. It may take me like 2 years if I keep at the same rate that I'm going. But eventually, I want to get back up there. I convinced my stepdad to do it because he was always trying to find ways to get it, and he's like, "It's on YouTube for free." And I'm like, "Yeah, somebody stole it and put it on YouTube. That's why it's on there." And then I was telling him that because he likes the old school like 80s music and stuff like that, I was like, I'm pretty sure you could go to like a pawn shop or some kind of like resale
I never
CD
thought about
stores, and you can get like the whole album for like 50 cents. And then one day I'll just come over and just rip all those CDs that you bought, and then that'll be way easier than trying to like circumvent all this other stuff. And I'm like, I don't feel like fighting viruses on your computer either. So
that's true.
So I was like, just do that, or I was like, whenever I ask you like, what do you want for your birthday, and you're like, I don't know yet, just say iTunes. And boom, you can get like 50 songs right there. And just tell everybody iTunes, and then boom, you'll have like 200 songs.
That's true.
Yeah, because it's like giving somebody like a $30 iTunes card. I'm like, if you have a decent income, that's nothing. If you have a good income, here's $100 for your birthday. I'm like, I can't do that yet, but I know people who can. So I was like, yeah, instead of getting your one, I was like, you could get one brand new movie for 20 something bucks when it comes out on Blu-ray, or you could get 20 new songs. So I've been having him go through iTunes. I showed him the whole process of like redeeming a card, and then adding stuff to your wish list once your card runs out, so then the next time you get a card, you don't have to search for those songs again.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks like the sun is setting.
Yeah, it is.
So he ran out of his card, and then started putting all the music on his wish list. And then I came over, and he had an issue with his other, like, he went, basically he got too much music that his MP3 player can't handle because the MP3 player is like 8 years old. I had bought it for him for like his birthday, like probably like 10 years ago. It took him 2 years to actually open it, and then he's been listening to it for like 8 years now. And then it's like 8 years after he finally started listening to it, only using the stuff off of his CDs. Then he started getting stuff from iTunes, and that went past the actual player can read like a 16 gig card, but once you put like 700 songs on it,
then it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it struggles to actually build the library so it can actually read all those files. So we had issues with that. So I bought one for my mom too, and she never used it because she always had her phone. So we just synced everything to her phone. When she whenever like 8 years ago, whenever we actually started like syncing all their music to their device, I keep like elbowing this mic. Whenever we started doing that, my mom already had a smartphone, so we ended up just syncing stuff to her smartphone and not actually using her MP3 player I had got 2 years prior. So it just kind of just sat there not being used. And since 700 songs is too much for one player, he was like, instead of me buying a new bigger one, I could just use, she's let me borrow hers, and then we'll split the music. I'm like, well, how do you want to split it? And he's like, oh, because everything that's rated 5 stars automatically gets synced. So I'm like, do you want to do like Christmas music or like holiday music, and then all those songs that are there, we could like rate them 4 stars or something like that, and then they'll only sync to the other one. Or if you want to do like genres, be like, I feel like some rap today, and get your rap, so get your rap MP3 player. And then he was like, I don't know. So I was like, okay. Well, I went over to help him set up the second one, and this last weekend, and what am I doing? This always happens. Okay. 4. Do I have slabs? Yes, I do. Cool. So yeah, we went to go set his up, and he really likes the whole iTunes thing, because it'll like basically all of the songs are there. So he could just browse and find stuff that he couldn't think of on his own, and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna add that too, and just add it to his wish list, and then whenever he gets gets a card, he can redeem it and get all those songs. When I went over there, I wanted to show him that my show was on iTunes, and then I also he couldn't find a song. He was like, man, I know this song exists, and it's like I saw it on YouTube, and like I searched under, I think it was Method Man and Lauryn Hill or something like that. He's like, I searched under the name of the song, I searched under Method Man, I searched under Lauryn Hill, and I went Method Man, name of the title, and the song just popped up.
Oh.
And I'm like, is it this one? And he's like, he's like, well, add that to my wish list. I was like, what were you searching? Did you spell the name wrong, or I don't know. I was like, it took me like half of a second to find the song.
That's always great, though.
But yeah, and then I went and we didn't sign in or anything. We just searched the store, found the song, and I started playing it. And he's like, yeah, that's the song. And then he got an epiphany. He's like, so I don't have to sign in to listen to music? I'm like, no. And he's like, I've been, because a lot of people don't like to use unique passwords for all of their accounts. They're
Right.
just like, I like these 4 passwords, and they'll just alternate them across everything. Well, I've learned by listening to YouTube videos and tech videos and stuff like that at work that that's a very not secure thing to do.
Yeah, I need to up my password game a little bit.
So, what they suggested is this thing called a password manager. Um, I use one. It's really cool. You'll only have to have one password, and that's your master password. And then you put everything else in the vault or in the chest or whatever the program calls it. And then 1, 2, 3 power section. And then to make it more secure, you could get an authenticator that generates a random 6-digit code every 30 seconds. So even if somebody gets your master password, they need to have your device also, or else they can't get in.
Interesting.
So if you pair both of those two things up, then you can come up with like just the nastiest, longest, ugliest, most like 32 characters long, don't repeat nothing, just nasty passwords that you'll hate to type in manually. And you'll never have to remember it because the program will remember it, or the app. Most of those password manager things, they have their own app. So if I don't know, like if Netflix is on your phone or something like that, and your Netflix password is just like way more secure than it actually needs to be, then you won't have to type it in because the app will autofill it. So because because you're putting money on this, you need to have a secure password for iTunes.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm like, one, don't put your credit card. He's like, so I got to go to the store every time I want to get music? And I'm like, yeah. If somebody steals your iTunes password, which is the same as a lot of your other, or similar to a lot of your other ones, then you'll have to, like, they got access to your credit card. They could buy all the music they want. And I'm like, so what you need to do is we need to set up you an account and put like an ugly password on this thing. And he's like, okay, fine. So he wrote down the process of how to actually log in and like sign in with the secure password and all that kind of stuff. And so every time he went to iTunes and he's like, oh, I remember 3 songs I want to add, he would have to open up the browser and log in and all this kind of stuff, and then copy password and all that kind of stuff, and then sign in, and then he would search and add to wish list, and then sign out of everything, and then go on his.
That's so complicated.
Yeah. So when he saw me just open up iTunes, search, and play the song, he's like, so I don't have to sign in? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I've been spending 10 minutes trying to sign in to add 3 songs to my wish list and then sign back out. And I'm like, nah, you don't gotta do all that.
Isn't technology amazing?
So he's like, yeah, I'll just go in here, play the song, and then I'll write them down. And then whenever I have a list long enough that'll be worth taking the time to sign in, so I can actually add them to my wish list, then I'll do that then. So I was like, okay, yeah. But yeah, it was funny. I know I didn't tell him that part, but I didn't think he would. I didn't think he would actually like use it. Like, I know that he wants to get the music and everything, but I thought that he would wait until I came over to start cashing like his cards in and getting music. But I'm like, no, he actually learned it. And
that's good, at least.
Yeah, I'm like, he actually learned it. He knows how to do his password and everything. He knows how to actually do everything except put the music on his player.
Oh yeah, that's also kind of pretty complicated and annoying sometimes as well. So that's kind of understandable.
Well, if you use Windows Media Player and you have a device that actually that I could sync with it, it's fairly easy because what you can do is you can create a playlist that's like 5 stars or something like that, and then you just tell it sync everything that's 5 stars whenever this device is connected, and then nighttime, and then yeah, as soon as you plug in your phone, it's like it was just like syncing, and it's like done. And you unplug it, and you're like, okay, good to go. So he can rate everything. He can download it from iTunes. Okay, I need to work on the roof part for this. And he can almost do the whole thing by himself. So
That's good.
I'm so proud. I don't have to keep coming over here just to do this one thing. So yeah, I had a pretty good weekend.
That's good. Yeah, I was working. But yeah, Saturday was pretty interesting. It's apparently American Dentist Month or like something with dental stuff, and we had an actual dentist come in and like talk about like plaster and molds, and we made molds of like kids' hands, stuff like that. So that was pretty fun.
Okay.
But then on Saturday, it was just like we do like open makerspace kind of stuff, so kids can come in and create stuff. And I don't know how, like, I don't know, all of it, like out of nowhere, it was just like people were just like, I was getting set up, and people were just like super impatient. Like they wanted to get in like immediately, and I was like, guys, give me like 5 minutes to set everything up. And then it was just like mass chaos, and it was just like everyone like showed up at once, and we have like a lot of volunteers and a lot of interns, and I felt so bad for her. But it was a volunteer came in and like helped out and stuff like that, and it was her first time there, and it was just like, you're being like super rushed into everything now, so you're gonna be this is your first time, so good luck, I guess. But it was just like she took it really well, she did awesome, but it was just like I felt so bad for her because it was just like there were like a massive amount of people, and it was just like all at once too, so it was just like I just felt so bad for her. Man. But she rocked it, and it was just like, and like as fast as everyone showed up, it was just like they all disappeared. So it was just like, what just happened? But yeah, no, it wasn't that bad. But it was just like at the beginning, and like everyone was like, it was controlled chaos kind of thing. So it was just like, what is happening right now? But it was just like, it was just intense at the moment. So it was pretty amusing, I think. But I think for her, it was just like, I am very confused and very scared right now. But she did rock it. Because I have to be like, because we use like real saws and like real like tools and stuff like that. So whenever little kids come in and they see the saws, they immediately run towards it. And I just be like, I have to stop them and be like, you need to give me a good idea to like use it, because these saws are real and they're dangerous. So, and then sometimes they back off just because they're just like, they just want to use a saw just to like cut things up. And like we have hammers and nails and stuff like that. With the hammers and nails, I can understand it with like the parents, stuff like that, if they're there. But with the saws, it's like a lot of kids don't really know how to use it. So it's like they just like ignore the vice and just go from there, and just start cutting on tables. Like, buddy, relax. We gotta do this the right way. And they're like trying to saw it in the sky, and just like, I mean, I'm just looking at them as like, all right, we need to fix this. But yeah, some of them do awesome. Some of them just like take a bit of time, and some of them are like young kids that don't really know what to do. So like I kind of understand it, but at the same time, I'm just like, all right, buddy, before you lose a finger, before you start bleeding everywhere, pay attention. So it was, but yes, that Saturday was pretty intense. But Sunday it wasn't that bad. But it was just like, and it's like, and after a while it's like it's controlled chaos because parents have to be in there with them, so they're always just like working with them. But at the same time, it's just like if there's a lot of people, it's just like it looks like it's super chaotic, but at the same time, it's like if there's like nothing really like it's not that bad.
Okay.
But so, but and then eventually dies down. But I don't know. It's just like it's always fun seeing what the kids come up with and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
but like and at the beginning at the like the rush and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, because I've hurt myself with the saws, and there was a few months ago, I think it was, some parents came in, just rushed in, wanted to create stuff, was just like super arrogant about it. And the guy cut himself, but it wasn't like a deep cut. He was just like, "Hey, I'm bleeding," and that was it. But it was just like, he's like, "Do you want like a band-aid?" He's like, "No, no, no, I'm fine. I'm think it like you need. I think I'm gonna need stitches or whatever." And but it was like it wasn't even that bad at all. And I think the kid was like special needs kind of because he was just staring off into space, and the parents were just making their own thing. And they just made him something just to keep him happy, and they were just like super brash about it. So just like, all right, whatever. But at the same time, just like they were just there to create some problems, I guess. But I don't know.
Okay.
So sometimes I have to watch out for the parents as well because they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, let's just focus on this. But so, but yeah, it's not that bad. I one of the volunteers who has been like with me and like we've talked for a while, and it's like, well, oh yeah, Juan runs a tight ship. It's like, well, I kind of have to because I've seen the other like workers there, and just like they just let the kids use the saws just because, and just like I'm just like but
you'll come into work one day and be like, okay, somebody lost a leg yesterday.
Why are there all these fingers on the tables? And just like, why is there so much blood? And it's like, oh, okay, that's not blood. That's like, I thought that was ketchup at first. Like, nope, that's blood. So, but it's not that bad. But yeah, and some of the volunteers, like some of the first timers, are just like, I have no idea what to do, and so I just give them the ground rules and stuff like that. But and then eventually they understand it. But it's just like at the first time, just like when a bunch of people come in, they all just look at me and it's like, it's okay, just let them be. And like if I try not to make the thing for the kid, and like the parents have to help them. But if like they need help with sawing or they need help with ideas and stuff like that, so I'll tell them like, oh, we have this, this, and this, and like, oh, what about this, this, and it's like, and then the parents help them with that. But just like, and if they're like if they're both like not really sure about the saw, I'll saw it for them. So it's just like, but I don't know.
Is it like a circular saw?
It's just a regular saw. It's just a regular.
Oh, like the regular jig, like you're sawing a log?
Yeah, yeah, but like a regular saw. So I wish it was a circular saw. That'd be kind of cool, but I think that'd be super duper
this
dangerous.
Whole time, I've been imagining a circular saw.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, I think, but no, it's just a regular saw, like hand saw kind of thing.
Yeah. I almost lost a finger. What was it? There was something that needed some kind of disc-shaped thing that needed a hole in it.
Okay.
So they were like, so what I need you to do is to hold this still.
Ooh, that's off to a wonderful start.
I'm like, okay. And then he's like, I'm gonna drill a hole in it. And I'm like, in hindsight, I'm like, that's the dumbest thing. I'm like, the rabbits are trapped. You little dummies, how'd y'all get in here? Oh God, that's not what I wanted to put. Oh, I gotta get down here. Okay. Oh, I didn't hurt my leg. Cool. Okay. Let me build y'all a little staircase so y'all can get out of here. Okay, go. Get. Get out of here. Cool. Yeah, so basically it was like, okay, you got it? Uh-huh. And got a bunch of slits in my hand.
Oh,
So, yeah. Don't hold anything circular.
yeah, that's never a good idea.
Attached to a drill. Even at the lowest setting.
Yeah, that's never a good idea.
So, it's like, I'm very clumsy.
I am too, but like, it comes and goes. Like with the saws, like if it's like something dangerous, I try to be like as cautious as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and especially when like there's kids involved and stuff like that. Like I used to be a lifeguard and teach kids how to swim, and like some of the kids were just like they were terrified and like, or like they didn't know how to swim and just like they had to be like I had to be like super careful, especially when we went to the deep water and stuff like that. So just like with that, I try to be as cautious as possible, but sometimes
Uh-huh.
um, just like I'll walk and all of a sudden I'll trip.
Oh.
Um,
What was it?
did I ever tell you my Minneapolis story?
Um.
When I tripped, so I'm at a conference for my master's program.
Uh-huh.
I'm at a conference, and I think we were in Minneapolis, and it was heavily snowing, and we were walking dinner. We were stone cold sober. No, we didn't. We weren't drinking at that point, but um, I was off to the side. There was a whole group of us, and sometimes I get kind of and I got kind of bored, and I was just walking, like doing my own thing, I guess, and just walking, and I see like this bench, and I and it's snowing heavily at this point,
Uh-huh.
and um, I I look at it and it's like, oh, I should jump on this and then walk on, make life a little bit easier for me. And as soon as I jump on it, I see sky because I tripped and I
Yeah.
felt so. I thought I was falling in slow motion, but I was looking and I was like I saw myself on the ground and I saw the floor and then I stepped on it and then I see sky and then I fall hard on the ground and I thought I saw my friend like trying to like hold me, I guess, like in case I fell.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I fall, like you know how it's snow everywhere and it's like you get like that dusting, I guess. That happened to me. So I was just like as soon as I fell I was fine, but I got back up and everyone started dying laughing. And I started dying laughing as well. But it was just like it became like a theme of the trip kind of thing. But it was just like
Man.
I just do my kind of like my own thing, I guess, and just like
Uh-huh.
it creates like this own thing. And one of my friends thought it was like the way I landed. He thought like I hurt myself, like, and I hit like if I hit my head on the side or whatever. But I just happened to pop right back up, and it was just like I was laughing hysterically. But it was just like, and but and and on the same trip, for some reason doors hate me. Like I have like a horrible like if I push instead of pull and I pull instead of push kind of thing. And we were walking. They have like all like the the rent like the not the pressurized tubes, but just like they have like the ramps that like if it's really cold out you can use um to walk over so that way you're not freezing.
Yeah.
Like and there's like stores inside there and there's like the mall like all over there. But
Uh-huh.
we were walking. We were just talking. We were just like we were walking. I for some reason was taking the lead because I know where we're going, of course. But I happen to see a door, so I'm like preparing myself. Okay, and I go to push it, and it's pull, and not only is it pull, it's locked. So I'm just like trying to push, and meanwhile my friends are like dying laughing behind me, and I'm just like, oh well, I'm just gonna die inside right now, and just so my friends love it because it's just like I just get into like these awkward situations, and just like they can't wait for it, but just like, but so yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I haven't heard either of those. Those are cool. Me, my thing is always like either somebody like who's like somebody. I'm hearing footsteps.
Not on my end.
But I'm not sure where they're coming from.
Might be a mob from like where you
Oh,
are. I
I
guess.
know what it is. The chests. They have the sound for the chest moving is footsteps.
Interesting.
Weird. And I'm above them.
Ah.
So okay. But yeah, I'm usually clumsy right in front of somebody who has like authority over me, like my supervisor or like my stepdad or something like that. And it's one of them things where I'll like pick something up and I'm like, and I start juggling it and then I drop it and it breaks. And then I look up and they're like standing right there, just shaking their head. They're like,
Taco's at it again.
I was like, I used to work at Target and I used to do overnight stocking. And yeah, it's one of them things where I would pull like get something from out of the back, and then like either it would be partially broken already and somebody just put it back, or I grabbed it wrong and the weight kind of just threw itself off, and I like or it like hit the ground and go sliding across the floor, and it'd slide right up to the feet of that person. I'm just like, every time something happened, you're always standing there. So then I turned it around and I'm like, this is your fault. Something always breaks when you're standing nearby. It can't be me every time. So I think it's your fault.
Way to flip it around.
Yeah. So, and then one time, it happened the other way around. There was this other, I had this one coworker, and she was pretty cool. She was funny. And she was also clumsy. And I didn't know that until a few times I would walk past where she was working. And then all of a sudden, oh, I didn't put one here? That's weird. Yeah, I'd walk by somewhere and then I'd see somebody just juggling something and it did fall just like what I would do. And I was like, oh, so that's what it looks like whenever he walks by. Like, that's funny. And then one time she couldn't reach something, and like, it's that like, it's the thing that you see in anime all the time where there's like a short character and they're always like on their tippy toes and they're like just making all these weird silly stretching noises. And like, I heard that noise and I'm like, what is that noise? So I like go exploring for it, and she's like trying to reach something that's like on a shelf that's like taller than her, and I guess she heard me walk up, because as soon as I like went around the corner, she like pulled around. She's like, no, and like started doing something else. I'm like, do you need help? She's like, no.
Yes.
But yeah, it was funny. Like after all those times, I'm actually on the other end of it. So I'm like, this is what it's like. But yeah, I'm not good with doors either. Like I'm always like banging my wrist against the door. The door could be completely open and I'm just walking past it, but for some reason my wrist will like magnetize to the door handle. And that would hurt. I'm trying to think if I had any like embarrassing embarrassing falls or something like that. I think I have pretty decent balance. Oh, I roll my ankle from time to time.
Oh yeah, I do that too. I was playing basketball in high school and I twisted my ankle.
Ooh.
And I twisted my ankle 1 week after both ankles, 1 week after the other.
Ooh.
So after I got done limping with the other one, I twisted the other one, and so just like I was constantly limping, and it was just every once in a while like cracks, and just like, oh, that felt good, but I know, just like, but I did accidentally, quote unquote. No, it was an accident, kind of an accident, kind of just like, I wonder what will happen if I do this. But I was helping. I was an idiot as a kid, but still am. But I was helping my stepfather out with power washing, and I was power washing lawn chairs. And a part of me was just like, and I was holding the chair with my foot, and I was completely barefoot, and I was like, part of me was just like, I wonder what would happen. No, I shouldn't do it because it'll hurt a lot. And I was just like, but I should do it. I just want to see what would happen. I doubt it'll hurt a lot. And I did it, and it hurt. But it was like I have like a huge like scar on my foot because of it.
You tried to power wash your foot?
Yeah, just to see what would happen.
Oh God.
I don't know why, but it was just like it hurt a lot. But it was just like, okay, well, I'm not doing that again. I just wanted to see what would happen, but it was just like not a good experience.
No. Ouch.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt quite a bit. There was this one time I used to live next to a huge mall back in New Jersey, and on Sundays the malls would close because New Jersey's weird like that, I guess. But my mom and we would go to the mall, and I would ride my bike, and it was just like our daily, like our routine, like on Sundays or whatever. And I would just ride my bike. She didn't like riding her bike, or she didn't ride her bike because she was scared of bikes, I guess. But so I just rode my bike, and she would walk, and I would just return to her every once in a while and just be like, oh, here I am. So, there were always these like handicap poles by the mall and stuff like that. So I would always just like slalom them, I guess, like everyone's like and stuff like that. And I would always just like do awesome and just live along. But for some reason on this particular day, I was doing them pretty well, and I was just going and just mind my own business. And for some reason, on the last one, my back tire hit the pole, and I went flying, and I landed hard on my back. And my mom, she's very like reactionary, but she saw me on the ground, and she said that she saw like emergency room, like bad, like broken back kind of thing. So she ran up to me, and she could see that I was like struggling to get up and stuff like that. And it's like, Juan, you flew. And I'm like, she saw me like I was about to cry, like my eyes out and stuff like that. That stopped it. And just like, she looked up to me, she looked down at me, she's like, Juan, you flew. And I was like, what? She's like, you flew. And just because I landed hard on my back, not really like realizing what I was doing. It was like, so she helped me up, and she could see like I was on like considerable pain. So she helps me up and stuff like that. So just like, and I asked her, like, do you want me to do it again? And I was like, no, you're good. Let's just go home. And I limped back home, and the bike was fine. I think I don't remember the bike, but it was just like. She said that she saw like immediately like emergency room, like broken back kind of thing. So she ran up to me and was like, you flew. And to stop everything, because I was ready to like cry out and just be like in super pain. But it was just like, and ever since then it was just like, that's pretty funny. But it was like that one time where I was just like, I was minding my own business and nothing, and then all of a sudden I ended up hard on the ground.
Like this time, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah. I was just a lowly kid, just riding my bike, minding my own business.
Let's see. You remember those bikes back in the day that the brakes were to ride pedal backwards?
No.
Huh. Back in the 90s, uh, there were these bikes that had like instead of having hand brakes, I guess because the technology wasn't there yet or something. I don't know, or if it was just that only mountain bikes have that. I think they might. I don't know. I haven't been into bike technology, and so
it's not an area that you're proficient in.
Yeah. But yeah, back in the 90s, when I had my bike, they had, yeah, you would pedal backwards to brake. And
okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I've had those, I think.
They oh god. There was this one time where I don't know if I used to like ride up to the edge of this this kind of like hill. Like basically it was a parking lot, but like it kind of just ended, and then it was this downward slope, and they had the parking bumps, whatever the things are called, the little.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Those would be at the end, so I guess the car wouldn't roll off the edge or something.
Yeah, or like it's like a speed bump.
Yeah, it's like a speed bump, but it's like more angular and like it's like a trapezoid shape. So yeah, I would always like. Actually, I don't think it had those. I think it should have had those. But what I would do is I would kind of play chicken with the basically play chicken with the cliff. I would.
That's. I have a feeling I know where this story is going.
So I would like, and it was like maybe a 4-foot drop, but it's for a elementary school student. That's a big drop. That's probably like my height at the time. But yeah, I would like ride up my bike, and then I would like pedal backwards and like turn and kind of like skid towards the edge. Well, one time I didn't brake properly, so instead of braking, my foot was at the top. My foot was at the top of the circle, so it ended up like going over and accelerating forward. I went flying off of that thing down the hill. I think I was okay. I don't remember what happened afterwards, but I just remember up to that point. But yeah, I always remember bikes that that brake with the pedals because I did it wrong.
Your mic is very robotic, Taco.
Uh-oh. What? OBS is green.
It fixed itself.
But
yeah, that's the.
Let me check the.
It's very robotic for some reason.
Let me check the dashboard. No, it's Huh. Not sure. Everything's excellent here. Maybe it's Discord?
Maybe.
I feel like we had this issue before. But yeah, I'll always remember those types of bikes because of that one day.
So robotic, Taco.
Still?
It goes on and off.
Let me see.
So robotic, Taco. You're fine now.
Still?
Oh, there it goes.
I don't know. If I listen back to my stream, it sounds great. If I listen
Sounds
back
good
to
on your
my
end? I don't know.
stream, no.
Might be on me.
Okay. I'm not
No,
sure.
OBS is fine.
Yeah, Twitch and OBS say I'm good.
Discord seems fine. I don't want to check now, but.
Night, Ray. Feel I should get a probiotic.
Try
drink
disconnecting and connecting back in, I guess.
for Discord.
Yeah.
Let's see. Beelidoo. Boolidee. Okay. How about now?
You sound pretty good.
Okay. I have a little meter thing, so if it happens again, I'll see if it turns yellow, orange, or red.
Yeah, you sound fine right now, actually.
Okay. There may be an issue because I have a backup that's always running, so sometimes that may hog some of the bandwidth. But I'll keep an eye on the Discord thing and see if it stays green.
Sounds good.
So, have you ever fallen and hurt yourself, but you don't feel hurt? And, like, everybody's all like freaking out because you're like bleeding and stuff, but you don't feel anything.
I'm sure I have. Like, I'm sure I've had like moments where like, yeah, I need a few moments to collect myself, but I'm fine. But everyone else is like, dude, are you okay? You almost died. You look like you died. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But
I don't think I've had one that's gone that far. But same era, same bike. What was it? I think I was trying to do the same thing. I was trying to do one of them brake skid things, and I just completely wiped out and just tore up my knee, my arm, left the bike in the middle of the road. We were in a cul-de-sac, so so I was kind of like I would ride around in a circle and be like, ah! And one time I don't know if I hit a rock or a patch of sand or gravel or what, but I just spun out like crazy and tore myself up. And I wasn't hurt. And back then I didn't really understand like why I didn't feel anything. But now that I'm older and have more knowledge, I think it's like adrenaline kicked in.
oh yeah.
And that kind of overrides pain to kind of make sure you get yourself safe. And then pain will set in later. But, yeah.
Maybe snowboarding, I guess. I don't know. Like, I would have like these pretty intense falls, and my stepfather would be like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, you look like you hurt yourself, and I was like, "I'm fine, I guess." And then later on, it'd be like, "Everything hurts."
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do anything that crazy. The only thing that I've done that's like, I guess, where I would exert myself is high school tennis. One time I got a black nose, a bloody nose.
Oh.
Because somebody hit a shot with some topspin on it, and I tried to move out of the way, but I actually moved into the curving trajectory, and it just hit me right in the nose, and my nose started bleeding. I had to go to the nurse, and it was during one of our matches,
Mm.
So, I ended up losing the match. And I'm like,
Oh no.
how did I lose? He hit me in the freaking face with the ball. I'm like, should that like be a disqualification or something? I
You
don't
should have
know.
stayed. You should have stayed and been like, yeah,
Just
it's just
bled all over the
was a
court. Be
play.
like, we won. Somebody take me to the hospital. I'm out of.
There was one time I used to do taekwondo,
Mhm.
and what?
It's like
Um,
your stuff is always like way more intense than mine.
I guess I don't know, but
And I was like, I was
um,
riding my bike in a cul-de-sac. You're like, yeah, I was snowboarding.
I don't know. I wasn't very good, so don't like. I wasn't like the best ever, um, but we had to be like a certain age to get like to get to do like headshots, I guess, get kicked in the head, I guess.
Oh
And I was
God.
fighting, yeah, I was fighting this older girl, and she was, we were sparring, I think, and we were fighting, and she's like, I was about to kick her, and not in the head, but just kick her in general, just to be like, but she stopped, and I was just like, should I kick her? Like, what's happening? And she's like, Juan, how old are you? And I'm just like, 16, 17. And then all of a sudden I'm on the ground. And she kicked me in the head. And I'm just like, just suddenly on the ground, just like, I immediately popped back up. But it was just like everyone, all the parents were there, just started laughing at me. Like, they were just like, what is happening right now? And the instructor, he was awesome. He was like, Juan, are you okay? I'm just like, yeah. And like my mouth was bleeding a little bit, but I was fine. But and it was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" It was like, "How many fingers am I holding up?" The whole thing. It was like, I was fine.
Uh huh.
A little dizzy, but like, and my mouth was bleeding a little bit, but I was fine. But it was like he kept like looking at me in concern. He's like, "I'm fine, I'm fine." But it was just like, I don't know. But it was just like, why are you freaking out? Like,
You know how many fingers am I holding up? S. Like, are you sure
yeah,
you're okay? Yes. Yes. Cheese. And they're like, why? Are you? We need to take you somewhere? Yes. 49. You're like, what?
but yeah, I guess I don't know.
That was a cheap shot, like to throw you
Yeah, no,
off.
it was 100% a cheap
Jesus
shot.
Christ. How old are you?
But
What?
yeah, but I don't know. It was just like the moment of it, and like I can take a lot of pain, especially like in there as well, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
um, because I was used, not like used, like I was kind of like the victim, I guess, like not the victim, but just like as like used constantly, just be like, okay, you have to use this move, especially like in self defense moves and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was always the guy to be like, okay, one, I'm gonna demonstrate this on you. Like the instructor was there, was just like, all right, let me just prepare myself for this. And so it was just like, all right, come at me. And then I like 5 seconds later, I was on the floor, like in like my arm, like an arm bar, and just be like, okay, I need to get out of this now.
Oh my God.
But but yeah, I don't know. I always liked doing that kind of stuff. Like especially like when I used to be a lifeguard, I used to help train like the new lifeguards,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always like the victim, just to be like okay, I'm the victim. I'm at the bottom of the pool. You have to get me up. I have a neck injury. You have to get me up and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And this one was just like I have like good and bad stories with this one, but the good one was there were these three or four guys, and they were like massive. They were like tree trunks. They were like built like and like they were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like for in order for someone to have like a neck injury, if someone has a neck injury, you have to do like the whole backboarding thing, and you have to fill them out. You have to like take them out in a certain way and stuff like that. And it was just like, and they were doing it awesomely, and I was just like on the board, just minding my own business, just like all right, just waiting to get out and stuff like that. But one of the guys, just looked at me and just lifted me up on like from like the board and just gently placed me. And I was like, I wasn't even expecting it at all. I was just expecting like the whole like, all right, time to lift him up out of the water, take him out, unstrap him, like that. But nope, he just lifted me up as if I was paper and just gently placed me on the floor. And I'm just like, okay, that's new. Because apparently I think they were from Turkey, I think, and apparently, or like some like Middle Eastern country, and like apparently, if you're a lifeguard and you lose someone's life, they take it like as like a serious offense, and you go to jail for it. So
Oh
just
wow.
like, so they took it like very very seriously. But these guys were like massively jacked and just like he just lifted me up, and I'll never forget it. It's like, and he just looked down and he's like, "You alright, buddy?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I was like, "That was awesome." But it was just like, that was interesting. And my instructor was just like, "Yeah, he passed." And I was like, "I would have passed him right away, like on the spot." Um, but and then the other one, and like sometimes like the lifeguards in training, like they're being trained and stuff like that. Some of them are like, you can tell some of them like want to do it, some of them don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And like these guys were like absolutely terrible. So just like the they
Crap.
I was at the bottom of the pool, and one of the guys just comes and picks me up, and like doesn't even do it the right way, and like I'm just like in the water, just like slowly drowning. He's like, "Oh no, I gotta get him up." And then when you're on the board, you have to be the right way, and your arms have to be the right way, and just like my arms were just like all over the place. And the guy was holding my head, who was holding my head. I whispered to him because I felt so bad for them, and I was just like trying to help them as much as I could.
Uh,
So I was just like, and I whispered to him, just like, place my arms the right way. Place my arms in the right way. And I was like, what? He's like, place my arms in the right way. Do it like, and so I was expecting him to do it gently. And he just slams my hands on the, like, no, buddy, don't do it like that. But it was too late. And and when they were like, it felt like hours later, but it was a couple minutes later, they finally take me out of the pool and they pin me against the ladder of the pool, and so I'm like pinned against the ladder and I'm just stuck. And my boss is having a field day with it. He's laughing, but he's like has to be super serious with these guys. It's like, okay, yeah, you did all these things wrong, and it was like I'm stuck in the board and I'm pinned against the ladder, and just like this is the worst day of my life.
man.
But yeah, but yeah, some of the and like they like some of the new guys were just like didn't know what they were doing, so they would just like try to like drag me, and I'd just be like, "Ow, you're doing it wrong. Ow, that was my arm. Ow, you pulled some hair. Ow." But I couldn't really be like, because I'm supposed to be like dead, quote unquote, and just being like, so I don't know. So yeah, sometimes it was just like painful being a victim, but sometimes it was just like sometimes I got you guys, and sometimes there weren't like, and sometimes I'd get like these really skinny people, like frail, like not frail, but just like super skinny, and just like I just know this is gonna be. So I try not to make it hard on them, and like sometimes my instructor is like, okay, make it really hard on them, and I feel so bad for them, but it was just like I'd have to like flail, and they'd be like this poor girl or poor guy, just trying to like pass the test, and just be like I have to make it super hard on them, just so sorry for them. But it's like it's like your victim is not going to be like you can't choose your victim, so
Yeah.
there's always so. But yeah, so yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man. I would have pinched one of them guys.
we're pinched. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean pinched?
I don't know. It's like I'm not taking it seriously and got my head all
Oh,
mashed up against something. But uh, so the skeleton of the tunnel. Oh, it's nighttime. The skeleton of the tunnel is almost done, and then
the skeleton.
yeah, like the basic pattern.
Oh,
Um, and then I can make a couple bridges, and then we can start another one. Okay. That. And I did it wrong. Cortana, tell me a joke. I don't have her turned on.
Yeah, I'd laugh so hard if it's like all of a sudden, okay, and then it's like, wait, no, not supposed to be turned on.
I wish they made a cheaper Cortana speaker. If it was like $50, I'd get it. It's like 100 something.
Oh, wow, that's pretty expensive. I'm gonna be right back. No, 1 second.
Good.
Really muggy in here, but so I always feel bad for like my tower. Just like it's so hot in here, so I'm just like I try to open the window up to get like some breeze in here. And it's been super rainy lately, so it's like a rare like, oh, it's not raining, so let me just open the window for a bit.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Oh man. So this week, depending on work, I plan on watching a bunch of shows. I never finished talking about the shows. So basically, after all the
on Wednesday, I'm working late. I'm gonna be working like 3 to 8:30. I think.
Okay.
Currently doing like helping out an event. I think. So I'm gonna have to pass on Wednesday, unfortunately.
All right.
But
No worries. Excuse me. Yeah, if things go well this week, I will be finishing up. Tomorrow, I plan on finishing up Kino's Journey. That one show with the guy who has the motorcycle named Hermes that talks.
okay, that sounds interesting.
And then tomorrow I plan on finishing that tomorrow evening. Then, you know what? I'm gonna keep that there. I'm gonna be slabs. I'm not doing slabs right now. Then after that, I plan on getting back to the series I was watching, which is Full Metal Panic.
Sounds interesting.
And it's a mech show, so it's like robots fighting robots.
No robots in the skies?
Nah. They make cloak. But then let's see, we got Wednesday, Thursday, my long day, then Friday. Oh crap. Oh, it's gonna take me a many days to actually finish Full Metal Panic. Because it's basically 3 series I gotta watch. I'm like halfway through the first one. Actually, no, I'm like 1/3 of the way through the first one. I think the first one was made back at the day when 26 was the normal, and then the two that come after it, one's 13 and one's 12. So then after that, then I gotta decide what I'm gonna watch after that, because there's one series that's like super duper, like, it was a very, very good series back in the day, and they're coming out with a prequel, or they're basically coming out with more to the story. I don't know if it's a prequel or it's or if it's like an epilogue or what, but Steins Gate Zero. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a prequel. I need more stairs. But
sounds interesting.
It's basically like a time traveling movie. Anime. From what I remember from like 9 years ago. Let's see. There's this guy who creates this kind of agency thing, and he's trying to prove a conspiracy, and a conspiracy that this one group is trying to do something, and this is probably all wrong. But he does have a group, I know for sure. I think he's trying to prove that this other like mysterious like government agency is trying to like create something and hide it from the people. And I wish you could turn slabs into bricks, like brick slabs. So he's trying to prove that this agency that doesn't really exist, he's trying to prove that it does exist, and they're doing something like not good.
Does it exist?
I don't remember. I think it was one of the things where it's like you think he's crazy the entire time, and then certain things start to reveal themselves, and you're like, wait a minute, is he not actually crazy? And I can't remember
the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, I can't remember. And it's one of those things where it's like, if that is true, then it's like a super cool reveal, and I don't want to think about it too much, because I want it to be all surprised. But so he thinks that that's happening. So basically, during the whole time, he has I think he has this guy who's into like radio equipment and like electronics and stuff like that, and I think they call him like Radio Coon or something like that. I can't remember. But so did we leave all the coal back at that other place?
I have some by me.
Okay. I'm going back to where the last ovens were, because if we did leave the coal there, then there should be a bunch of cooked stone. I could easily craft some bricks and stuff.
Yeah, I as I was leaving, I put cobblestone in there as well.
Okay. Cool. And then there's some materials here, which we'll get later. Yeah, so it's him, the crazy guy, and then this smart girl who she's actually a scientist, and we ended up walking away from it, so it stopped cooking. Let's pull all this out. Ah, crap.
What?
I didn't pull it out quick enough, and it loaded another piece of coal.
Also, I'm asleep.
Yeah, let me pull this out. Okay. Bed. So, Yeah, he's trying to. I don't know if he's trying to sneak into a building. But I think they keep like monitoring this one building to see if like who goes in, or I don't remember. I feel like I'm making all of this up, but I'll take these two also. And there's nothing in these. And then this one over here that was cooking, I took him out of here, right? Yep. Okay, cool. So yeah, so everybody thinks he's crazy because he's trying to prove that this company exists, and there's no proof that it does. There. Somehow he ends up coming across this scientist girl. She's really smart, and she ends up working with them on. Somehow a time machine gets wrapped up into the story.
Okay.
And
I'm hooked already.
Yeah, they end up creating a time machine made out of a microwave.
Okay.
I don't remember all the details. All those, like, the way that they tested it was they tried to send a banana back in time or something like that, and it ended up being like a green gel banana, and they're like, okay, well, this is a failure because it didn't I don't remember the details. All of that first one was a failure. Then they tried it again somehow, and it actually worked. And because that one worked, they started doing some other stuff, and they ended up. They could send. I don't want to think too much, but I think they could send messages back in time.
Okay.
And like they ended up, I think, changing the gender of one of the characters.
Oh.
Because of a message they sent. So it's like some really, really crazy, interesting things that happened in that show. And like, it's 26 episodes, so they had the time to actually flesh out a lot of the events that happened. And you end up getting a lot of character development. And those shows that last basically 2 seasons end up being really, really, really good stories because you get more time with them. And I really, really liked it. And a lot of people think of that show in high regard. So I want to, because they're coming out with more of the story, I would definitely want to finish. I want to rewatch it and then watch the new one with all the information ready. And I'm like, who is he again? Who is she again? I don't want to do that. I want to be prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, I have to. There's a lot of shows where I'm just like, I might as well just watch this from the beginning again because there's a lot that I don't remember. So we'll see. But it's always refreshing to be like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, this specific event is coming and I'm not ready for it again.
Yeah.
So it's always hit or miss.
Yeah, my main thing is I don't want to. Everybody's like, oh yeah, so and so's back, and I'm like, who?
Yeah. Who was that person again?
Yeah, that part I don't like, especially if it's like something that was like a really, really good series. So, hopefully things go well and this week, and I'm able to actually spend some time catching up on these shows. But yeah, so it's gonna be, what is it? What am I watching now? It's gonna be Kino's Journey. I'm gonna finish the old one. I'm probably gonna skip the new one for now because there are other shows that are more urgent for me to watch.
Urgent.
Then Full Metal Panic season 3 is about to come out, so I'm gonna watch that since I already started it. And that's something that I could finish fairly quickly. And then I'm gonna watch Steins Gate again, because that's gonna be one of the top series of next season if they don't mess it up.
That's always a gamble too, I guess.
Yeah. Or it's like mess it up is as far as like taking it in a direction that people are like, what is no? Or like changing characters and stuff like that.
You were supposed to go the opposite way.
Yeah, it's like this character never does that. Why is he doing that now? So, yeah, I look forward to next season. There's another, like we were talking about shonen shows, the other stream. There is one coming. I think we were talking about Dragon Ball Z, how it's a shonen or something like that. There is a new, basically the new big shonen show. It is called My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yes. Season 3 is coming out. And what they're doing, unlike other long-running shonens, this one, they do one core, C-O-U-R, which is a season, or 12 episodes. And then they go on a break.
Oh.
And then they come back when more of the story's ready.
Okay.
And that's almost unheard of as for shonen shows. Usually shonen shows, it starts and then 5 years later it ends. So I'm really excited for the third one. I watched season 1 and I absolutely fell in love with it. And then season 2 came out, and the first episode they're like, okay, remember when this happened? And I'm like, no. And like, okay, well, because that happened, now this is gonna happen. Remember when this happened? And I'm like, nah, kind of. And they're like, okay, and then we're gonna build on that. And I'm like, oh god, I gotta watch the first one again because I don't remember. So, and one thing that was weird is like for the show, I was too busy to watch the first one again, to watch the second one, but Shade, he was actually able to, he started watching the first, when I watched it, I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest show, you gotta watch it. And he's like, okay, maybe one day, and didn't watch it. And then the second one's about to come out, and like the first episode comes out, and I'm like, I can't watch it. I gotta go back. And then he starts watching it, and he's like, man, this show's really, really good. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what I told you like a year ago. And then he watched the whole first season, and then started watching the second season current. And I'm like, no, don't tell me. So, none of it's really spoiled, but I know certain arcs on what's going to happen. It's been almost a year since we actually talked about it, so I don't remember all the key points that we talked about in the show. So basically, anything that happens in the show, I have to listen to it twice. I listen to it while we're actually doing the show, and then I have to edit it. So, it's been a year, so I've forgotten most of what he said. But now I want to make sure that I actually watch the show. So one, we can have like a two-way conversation.
A meaningful conversation.
Yeah. And then two, I'll finally be able to actually watch it. And then the show is just building more and more on what's going on. So I'm like, it's going to be so good.
That's cool though.
So, yeah, after Steins Gate, then that's the next show that's like super high priority for me to rewatch. Cool. that is done. Oh no.
What's up?
I turned all the bricks into stairs. And now I actually need bricks. So I'm gonna go see if we have any ovens. If
I have an oven over here. If you're interested.
Well, I was gonna make 3 and start cooking some cobble. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, I'm all leaning out of my stream. Yeah. Sleepy time. But yeah, next season is gonna be great. And this is not all of the 42 furnaces.
What?
We have 42 furnaces.
Oh. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh my god. I just need 3. La 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 la. Boom boom ch, boom boom ch. Cool. There we go. Boom 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 boom. Okay. 3 ovens, furnaces.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Throw some coal. Boom. There we go. 12 in there. And then 12 in there.
Just making sure you don't want flint, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Unless we can find a good use for it. So like, all I know is just arrows and flint and steel, and I already have an arrow farm.
That's true.
I have more arrows than I could actually use, like way more. If you go to the skeleton farm, there's like a chest filled with arrows. And then I took a bunch of them and put them upstairs. And I took an even more bunch and brought them to the main base. It's like, I'm going to have to just start dumping them into the ocean. It's too many. And it's like I have 2 stacks on me. Like, no more arrows.
Well, at least you have like a never-ending source.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I played Skyrim, it was just like, I think I broke the arrow system, I guess, or the arrow, because I was just getting like a bunch of like regular arrows. It was just like I was just collecting them and like trying to use them, but it was just like I had too many to like get rid of.
Yeah.
So after a while, I was like, well, I'm just gonna collect all these arrows, I guess.
Would you stream Skyrim?
Oh yeah, I would love to. I would love to do like Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 and all those games. I would love to stream Skyrim.
Okay. I've heard so much about that game, but I have never played it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I played it before, and it's funny because I don't normally play those types of games. But my friend one time was just like, "Oh, Juan, you should play this game." Like, and I've heard like all the hype and stuff like that, and it looked okay. But it was just like, and I think I was like talking to my friend about it, and I was like, "Oh, you should play it. I have it." Just like, and I was like, "Okay, this is actually kind of cool. I like this."
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to stream like a lot of games, especially I want to do like do like a segment kind of thing where I play a game like I've never played before, like for at least 30 minutes to an hour, and like if I like it, I'll keep playing it. But if not,
Okay.
I'll switch it to something else.
Uh,
So I don't know. I have all these ideas. I just need to start doing them, and I need the
okay.
funds for it. But that's a whole different story.
Hmm. I know somebody who has a YouTube channel that's based almost entirely on that.
That's cool.
Like just trying games and critiquing them.
Because for me, like I've always, I love Bioshock and I would love to stream Bioshock and all games, but like for me, I mostly just played Minecraft kind of thing. So I'm trying to like expand my gaming uh, knowledge, I guess.
Yeah.
So trying to get out of my like bubble zone, I guess. Try to play other games. I would definitely like to like try like sports games, racing games, like fighting games and all that stuff. So just like expand. Just play it for like an hour or two, just like a half an hour to an hour, and just be like, I actually like this game. I'll play this. I'll play this more often, or oh, let's keep playing this. Or I'm not liking this game too much. I will probably won't be playing this game too often, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It has nothing to do with the game. It's like me. Like I'm not. But I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, I know Psycho. He was kind of doing something like that, where he would play a game for a little bit, and then would ask his audience if he should play it some more.
That's a good idea as well.
I didn't really follow the comment section, so I'm not really sure how much of his audience replied, or how many games were actual recommendations. But I think it's a cool concept.
Yeah. Because I know it's gonna go horribly wrong, but I would love to do like Madden or in like hockey or baseball and stuff like that. Because I'm not a sports guy at all, so it'll be interesting to see me like try these games out and just be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I know some people will get annoyed by it, but I just be like, this. I'm just trying it out for a little bit and seeing what happens. And if I like it, I'll keep playing it. But I'm not getting any enjoyment out of it. I'll just play it for like the half hour or an hour and just be like, time to switch to another game.
Yeah, it's like funny you should mention that. Me and my sister grew up playing the like Madden 2000, Madden 98, like the old school arcadey Madden games. I think it was around like right when EA started getting all of them. Because I think there used to be like, wait, is that what I think it is?
What?
Do I need to bust out the creeper killer? Do I need to lay the smack down?
Lay it to smack it down.
Oh no, it's a chicken and a sheep. Okay.
You guys get to live just a little bit longer.
What was it? Yeah, and it was mainly the main reason why we started playing those games is because they were on a demo disc, like PlayStation demo disc. What was it? I think it was Madden 98 and NHL 98 probably. I don't know. We played those over and over and over because that's the only thing we had. We ended up going to Blockbuster when that was a thing, and renting a few games, but the ones that we played the most was like everything that was on the demo disc. So it was like the Crash Bandicoot level where you're riding a tiger.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
you're like hopping through a pyramid area or Egyptian style level. There was this game called, I don't remember the name. The name just escaped me. We played the demo for Musashi Brave Fencer Musashi or something like that.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, and there's another game called Wild 9. You had like a gravity gun. You could like slam robots against each other. It was a
cool.
platformer. There's a bunch of really, really cool games that we had played. But we only had like one level of each game. So we just play that level over and over and over. We play it so much that we try to like break the level. Like for the Crash Bandicoot one, we would basically speed run it and try to get the farthest we can before the demo actually ended. And I think there was like a crystal at the end of the level, and when we first started playing, we would never reach the crystal. But after practice, I think we reached the crystal once, and then the game cut off. Because of all of that, I went and bought all 12 sports for EA 2000. And on the game YouTube gaming channel that we have, is me and Ray Ray competing against each other. And I call it Couch Unco-op. And I want to say that there's 11 or 12. I think there's 12 sports. Yeah, there's 12 sports, but we only could get 11 because one of them is like, what's that Australian baseball game called? I can't remember.
Cricket?
Is it cricket? Maybe it's cricket. I think it's cricket, and I couldn't find it, like without like going to like eBay or something like that. So we played all of those, and I think I'm in the lead. It's close, but I'm in the lead by a little bit. And then I played my cousin, and he beat me. And I'm like, well, now I gotta get my cousin and Ray Ray to play each other. Oh, I was cooking bricks, and they should be done by now, or at least quite a few of them. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, when you mentioned like all the EA sports and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, I have all of those for the year 2000.
I have experience in that.
Yeah, we tried to play FIFA 2006. It was a 30-minute long disaster.
Oh, I bet.
We slowly figured out how to control the ball, and then we were able to start kicking it and passing it. And then for 30 solid minutes, we kept kicking it over the goal. And finally, in overtime, one of us scored a point. I don't know who, but one of us scored a point, and then we took that game out immediately. We're like, never play this again. Until we got FIFA 2000. And then I think it was better because it was more arcadey. I think after a certain year, they started getting more realistic and more simulation. And I'm not a fan of like simulation style games, like Burnout versus Forza. I'm like, I'll take Burnout any day.
Yeah, Burnout was awesome. I love Burnout.
So yeah, I like to stick with the EA Sports 2000 because it's arcadey. I wish there was a way to like multiplayer them. like online, because that'd be fun to like. I know a lot of people are like, sports games, blah blah blah, but I'm like, they're arcadey, they're fun. Now I know like FIFA 2015. I'm like, I mean 2018. I'm like, that's a little too real for me.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that are like amazing at FIFA and just be like, I have no idea what to do in that game. But I don't know.
Yeah. Whenever I play somebody in a sports game, like if I play them in football, the score will end up being like 100-6. I'm like, at least I scored a point.
Yeah, right. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So I see like chunks of dirt in the sky. Man. So I have one shell of a bridge done. And once
That's
I
good.
build the other one, then I can fill it in. Alright. What do we need here? Let's go to the cobble chest. Oh, you don't have a cobble chest, right? You have
I have a bunch of cobble here if you
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some.
I have like 3 chests.
Awesome. Oh no!
Yeah, watch out.
I completely forgot. Oh my god. Cool. I'll go fill up the ovens. La la la. La la la.
Hey, bye.
Go. So I have 6. Oh, I got a stack and a 4th of bricks. Maybe that's enough to start to do another bridge. I know it's enough to do the beginning and the end, but not enough to do. You know what? I kind of want to fill this in with dirt.
The river?
Yeah. This is the end of it. It's a little corner. That iron? Iron! More iron!
Or the merrier.
Oh, so if I'm outside, that doesn't make any sense. If your body is submerged underwater and you try to mine, it takes forever.
Oh yeah, it does, yeah.
But if you stick your head out of water and mine underwater, it's like you're not even underwater.
I'm sure they'll fix that with the next update, I guess.
Yeah, I hope not. Oh, more iron. Ooh, more iron. One thing's cool is you can make mining underwater. You can make the hole as deep as you want. And then you can just swim right out.
It takes a little while though.
Yeah. Is this sand? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fill this in.
Alright, it is 10.
Yep. Oh, my alarm's going off.
Alright, so don't go anywhere though, because one of us. Let's see who is playing today. Okay. Kusanagi, he's playing some. Oh no. Yeah, he's playing some Fortnite. Let's visit Kusanagi. Okay. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for following. Thank you for doing the raids, the hosting, the lurking chat, following in chat, subscribing, donating your bits of money, and just being your awesome selves. You're all wonderful. You're all 1 million, and you're all one of a kind. Tomorrow there won't be a morning stream, but there might be an afternoon stream because I work in the morning. But yeah, maybe some Portal or Portal 2 or even Half-Life 2. I definitely want to finish that because we're in Raven Home and I want to do that. So yeah, I will be seeing you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Alright, that has been it for Minecraft Power Hour 2018. Today is day 19. We have finished the skeleton of the tunnel, and we're starting to rail to the next tunnel. Minecraft Power will be back on Wednesday. Same time, same channel. As always, this is Big D from TacoYaki Gaming. Today with me was the Chosen One. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the follows. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.